Hello, beautiful. It's Joe again, and we are back to wrap up week 13.5 of Fasting Life Take 2. So, this is just a summary of my extended fast and how things progressed, with particular updates at day 3 and into day 4 when I finally broke. So, here we go. I am currently 3 days in. I'm at the tail end of the third day, which means I'm at 71 and a half hours fasted right now. Approximately, because I don't know what time exactly, I stopped eating Sunday. So I did not eat Monday, I did not eat Tuesday. It is now Wednesday evening, so we should be right at pretty close to a full 3 days. I am sort of breaking my fast because I'm going to do the bone broth thing. I have a lot of tension in my neck and just this almost headache, but the rest of me feels fine. So I'm going to have the bone broth and that's it. And see how I'm feeling in the morning, because I ideally, because the rest of me feels fine, would like to keep pushing. It may transition into a bone broth fast for the remaining period. We'll see how it goes, because I do have a problem of once I start eating, it's hard to stop. Once I break the fast, it's hard to slide back in. I've had this intention before, but I am hoping by being honest with the camera right this minute, I will be able to keep pushing through. So wish me luck for more days, because 3 days is my hump where it starts to get to me and the muscle fatigue. So maybe if I can do a couple of more days of just some cups of broth, things will change. Wish me luck. Good morning. It is now into day 4, mid-morning, about 9 a.m. I had my cup of bone broth, but I am trying to be strong, but I did have a couple of ibuprofen. I'm a little headachy. This is my hump day. This is the day I can rarely get past. So I am trying to push through and use the bone broth as a crush to get me over the hump and keep my electrolytes high without doing anything else. No other food, no other anything, just a few cups of bone broth through the day. So I have plenty of bone broth in the house. I'm ready to go. Let's do this. Okay, just another quick update on the extended fast. It's now noon on day 4, and I have had 3 cups of bone broth since last night, and I've had the ibuprofen, and my head still wants to hurt. This fatigue and the almost headache, it's not good, and it's not something I feel comfortable with pushing through. And if the bone broth isn't going to get me past it, it looks like it's going to be time to go for food. So I am getting ready to break. So I have been in the bone broth phase for 17 and a half hours now. So I broke with the bone broth last night, have had 2 more bone broth today, and no improvement. If it's going to help, it should have helped by now. That basically means 73 and a half hours straight fasted and another 17 and a half hours on bone broth, which did at least start my stomach juices off right, and it should be an easier transition back to the food. And I am going into the avocado now. At this point, the fast is over. I have avocadoed. I can say that 4th day is a beast. The 4th day is so hard for me to get over. And, I was hoping that by transitioning to bone broth, maybe I could keep going. But the headache and the fatigue and the muscle fatigue, it's not cool. I don't like it. It makes it really hard to even just stand there and do things. So it was time to wrap it up. I'm now eating. I do not know what I'm going to eat next, but I have to let that food sit a little bit first before I go move on. And I can say that I have lost a fair amount of weight this month. So as of right now, I did lose 5 pounds over the last 4 days. we know I will gain at least half of that back, which means ideally I will be down a whole nother weight tomorrow. We'll see. But as of right now, I fasted initially for just shy of 72 hours. I was at 71 hours and 38 minutes when I went for the bone broth. I had a bone broth last night. I've had 2 bone broths so far today, and then within the last half hour, I broke. So that put me at 17 and a half more hours on the bone broth phase of the fast. So basically the better part of 4 days-ish, 3.5-ish. I can say that when I started the fast, before I started the fast, I was at like 200.3 or something like that. I didn't have my app on, so it didn't track that. I'm just trying to remember what I saw. And then the 19th, I was down at 198. By the 20th, I was at 196. As of the 21st this morning, I was at 193.6. So I dropped 2, 4, 6, close to 8 pounds, I'd say, during this. So hopefully I'll actually keep at least 4 off with going back in. I really, except for the muscle fatigue and the headachiness, this one was another one that was a breeze. It truly is amazing to me how easy it is to fast when you're in the right headspace. I would say that's about it. This is just a quick update so that you could see how an extended fast actually played out and where my thought process is, because I really did want to try to push through. Someday I'm going to get to the point where I can do one of those 7 days or something. The benefit of doing a shorter long fast is that refeeding is not nearly as difficult. The longer you do this, the more you have to have a care of how you refeed. And that is it for this half-week update. I hope that if you are fasting, you are having a great time. And please do like, subscribe, comment, the notification bell, do all the things, and I'll catch you on the flip side.